Well, the Hydrilla survey project really started as an outcome of a workshop or a symposium that we had last December. There was concern on the part of the Department of Natural Resources and North Carolina State University because we were starting to see hydrilla in the Albemarle Sound, which is a big concern because hydrilla will survive in saltwater, brackish water. So myself and North Carolina State University and the Department of Natural Resources thought it would be a good idea to raise the bar on awareness regarding hydrilla, because in this area around the Albemarle Sound we have some very nice pristine lakes like Lake Phelps, and would be a travesty to get something like hydrilla started in those lakes, because they're a treasure in North Carolina, and due to the fact they're so pristine, hydrilla would quickly overtake a lot of it, and some of the values we all appreciate would be lost, pretty quickly. So that was a big concern. That was one of the reasons that we held the workshop. Well, as part of the workshop, we generated ideas on things that we could do to help stem, the spread of hydrilla. And so I offered on the part of the Department of Agriculture to do surveys of boat ramps. The boat ramp survey is a good way to get started because boats are a potential pathway for spread of hydrilla and other aquatic plants.
I'm Mike Massey with the North Carolina Department of Agriculture. I work with the Plant Industry Division. We're at Lake Wheeler, and in years past we've known that hydrilla was here. We're going to do a survey and throw a hook out, a rake, and rake around a little bit and see if we can't find some still hanging around. We're trying to do a survey of every boat ramp in North Carolina to find out just how many bodies of water have hydrilla in it. Well, this is just something that we came up with to try to rake and sample the bottom of it. And the ideas before were two rakes tied together, but this seemed to be a little bit cheaper to come up with and make. And it's just a piece of inch board with nails, galvanized nails driven through it. We're going to throw it out and see if we can find anything. Nothing there. One little leaf. Pretty clean out here. It's just, you'll see mats of grass. It's just a few inches right underneath the water, just right at the surface. You can see it, and it goes all the way down. It can, like I said, it can float in the mats once it breaks off, or it can be attached to the ground.
What are some of the problems with hydrilla?
Especially in the lakes that are used for generating power, hydraulic power, it will get in the turbines. And it chokes it out. It's hard. It's good for the fish. The fish do like it. But it's hard to even run a boat up when it gets really thick. It gets tied up in a boat propeller. It'll stay out of the water. It'll look like it's dormant. It'll go dormant. It'll be brown. As soon as it gets back in the water, it'll flush right back out green and start flourishing. So that's how we think it got into North Carolina originally. Either somebody dumped it out of a fish tank or aquarium, or it was brought up in a boat propeller from somewhere down in the south. Florida has a lot of it.
We try to encourage people, once they leave boat ramps and move to other lakes and other bodies of water, that before they leave the ramp, they make sure that the boats are cleaned of all vegetative matter, so that they don't move things like hydrilla and other invasive aquatic plants. Some instances there may be milfoil, for example, that would also move. And so people have to first of all be aware that there are invasive plants in some of these lakes, and then secondly, just simply check your boats and your motors and trailers before they leave to make sure they're not moving these things to another body of water when they leave.